In this video, I'm going to talk about the primary trigonometric ratios. The goal is to determine the value of the sine, cosine, and tangent ratio for a specific acute angle in a right triangle. So before we talk about trigonometric ratios, let's look at two important concepts: opposite side, the adjacent side. This is the right triangle. So this is acute angle A. So this side BC called side opposite to angle A. This called side adjacent to angle A. This called hypotenuse. We know that, right? So the opposite side, BC's opposite side, is a relation to angle A. This is adjacent side is a relation to angle A. So we talk about angle A. If we talk about angle B, and AB is opposite side to angle C, right? And BC is adjacent side to the angle C. So you have to remember this. Okay, so these two triangles, right triangles, and angle C equals angle F. So it means two right triangles are similar. So this opposite side, this adjacent side relate to C. This opposite side, this adjacent are related to angle F. So AB over BC should equal to DE over EF. So these equivalent ratios should be equal. And adjacent over hypotenuse, BC over AC equals EF over DA. And adjacent for this triangle, adjacent FE over FD equals BC over AC. Okay, so this the ratio equivalent for the corresponding acute triangles. Okay, let's look at these right triangles. And these right angles, in these right triangles, this angle A is acute angle, is B angle B. We talk about angle A. So three sides for these triangles. So related to angle A, this side called opposite side, this side called adjacent side. This side we already know is a hypotenuse. Okay, opposite side over adjacent side. The ratio we call sin A. Sin A equals opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so adjacent, this adjacent AC over hypotenuse, we call the ratio is cosine A. And opposite over adjacent, we call tangent A. So sin A equals opposite over hypotenuse, cosine A equals adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent A equals opposite over adjacent. These three ratios we call primary trigonometry ratios. These are basic ratios. Okay, in order to easily remember sine, cosine, tangent trigonometry ratio, here we have SOHCAHTOH. SOH, so stands for sine equals opposite O and over hypotenuse. So it's called so. C stands for cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse, called CA. And TOH stands for the tangent. This equals opposite. O stands for opposite. It's adjacent. We call SOHCAHTOH. Okay, let's look at this question. Determine the measure of a seat to the nearest degree using each primary trigonometric ratios. This is a right triangle. This is acute angle seat. 2.00 centimeter is opposite to angle seat. X is adjacent side to the angle seat, but X is unknown. 5.39 centimeters hypotenuse for this triangle. So question asks us determine measure of a seat using each primary trigonometry ratio. We know primary trigonometry ratio is sine, cosine, tangent. we should use each primary trigonometric ratio to determine measure of seat. Okay, so let's get started. So we know sin it, right? Sin it. Okay, let's go. Sin it. The opposite side over hyper. Right? So opposite 2.00. Hypotenuse is 5.39. Right? So if we know the angle, so which means some angle take sin, it should be 2.00, 5.39. So I knew sin and not the angle, have to use inverse of sin. So seat equals, this is inverse of sin. So it's 2.00 over 5.39, right? So we use calculator, seat equals 21.6 degrees. It's about, right? Around. So it's around 22 degrees. So this is sin seat. We use sin seat to determine the degree. See, it's 22 degrees. But next we use cosine seat. Cosine seat equals adjacent, right? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is x, right? We don't know, so 5.39. So we have to find out x value. But in this right triangle, so we can use Pythagoras theorem, right? So it's s squared plus 200 squared equals 5.39 squared. So s squared plus 4 and equals, so 5.39 squared equals 29.0521 and s squared, so it's both side minus 4, okay, so it should be 25.0521 and both sides take square root. S should be equal positive negative square root for this. I already calculate, it's called 5.01. So we take positive because the side length cannot be negative, so we know x, we substitute x in here. So cosine seat equals 5.01 over 5.93. So seat equals inverse over cosine, right? So it's 5.01 over 5.39. And so I use the calculator is 22 degrees about. Okay, so next we use tangent. So tangent seat equals opposite, right, over adjacent. Adjacent. So opposite equals 200 over 501, right? So it's a seat equals inverse of tangent, right? Tangent negative 1, 200 over 5.01. So seat equals 22 degrees. I use calculator. Okay, so we use sin seat, determine seat equals 22 degrees. We use cosine seat, determine seat equals 22 degrees. We use tangent seat to determine the seat equals 22 degrees. All the primary trigonometry ratio give me the same answer. So next time I know I only have to use one of them to determine seat. Okay, so yeah, this is two questions. If you're interested, you can do these questions. Answer is listed here. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching.